This is Euonymus japonicus Aureomarginatus, golden edge Japanese euonymus. And pretty popular shrub. The Euonymus family is a popular group of evergreen shrubs, and you can see why this one's popular. Very yellow, bright color, big splash in the landscape, even under these trees where there's some shade. It brings your attention in there. And the ones you see here are probably 4 or 5 years old, and they are about 4 feet wide by close to 3 feet tall. So this plant gets 6 to 8 feet tall by, they say, 5 to 8 feet wide, but generally you're going to see it around 3 to 5 feet wide and 3 to 6 feet tall. So it's hardy down to about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Water, these are fairly drought tolerant. The book doesn't say they are, but this is in a park near where I work. They've been in there for years, and these do not get great irrigation. So we're in a hot inland valley in Northern California. It gets around 90 to 100 degrees on a regular basis during summer, and these handle that just fine. They probably get watered once a week if they're lucky, and they've done very well. So also these can take full sun. A lot of the yellow variegated type of plants need good light to really bring out their coloring. This one's in a fair amount of shade during the summer, and it still colors up real well. So I don't know that you need as much full sun as some of the different yellow foliage plants, but it certainly would help. Now, one of the things you're seeing that with the euonymus, there's varieties that are variegated in different ways. This particular one has a green splotch in the middle of the plant, and then the yellow variegation is on the perimeter of the leaf, I should say, not the plant, but green in the middle of the leaf and then yellow around the margin. And the newer leaves are almost entirely yellow, as you see when we do the close-up. The other thing you see in here are bits of green. So that's called reversion, and these variegations, see this plant has got a big chunk of green in there. Well, the original Euonymus japonicus was a green shrub, and then when it had this mutation where it had this yellow variegation, they cut that, and that's how they maintain the variegation that you see here. But a lot of these plants that are variegated, they will revert back to the mother plant. And when that happens, either you can leave them on there as you see here, or you can remove those branches, and a lot of times they will not come back. So just something to think about when you get a plant that's reverting on you. Those are the main things to tell you. I guess the main thing I'd say about euonymus in the design, I don't love using this much yellow. I think yellow and white variegation is something that's a good accent, but I don't think it's I don't love it as the show the way it's been done here. So that's personal preference in a design setting. Also, euonymus are prone to mildew, and these are in an open setting with good ventilation, and there's no sign of mildew on these, so this variety doesn't seem too susceptible to it, but I do recommend you give them good ventilation. There is a small inconspicuous white flower with these plants, but it's not why you use them, and they're so small there's no real concern, or they're not used for any kind of a visual appeal. And that kind of goes along with this idea that this is a very low maintenance plant. If you put it where its size is appropriate, there's no leaf drop, there's no flower deadheading, so it's a very low maintenance plant used in the right spot. And that's what I can tell you about Euonymus japonicus Aureomarginatus, golden edge Japanese euonymus. Enjoy.